Good morning, Lifestylers. Paul Kramer coming to you from the Leader Chat Room at Lifestyle's home office in Toronto, Canada. Great to be with all of you today. Folks, we've got a great guest to start out the new year 2022. Very, very excited to talk to this Global Marketing Director. But just before we get to that, I'd like to, on behalf of David and Sean, myself, and of course everybody here at Lifestyle's home office, we'd like to wish you all a very, very happy new year and a prosperous and healthy new year. And as far as our Lifestyles business, we're looking so much forward to this year. We've got some great things planned for all of you, and we know that our business is going to grow again this year, and we're excited to have all of you come along with us and make this the best Lifestyles year ever. So without further ado, let's get started with our first Leader Chat Room guest for 2022. This distributor was a public school teacher by profession. She joined Lifestyles in April of 2005. In 2010, she won the highest group growth award. In 2017, she won the Loyalty and Dedication Award. She was promoted to Global Marketing Director in April of 2014. So let's welcome, from Metro Manila, Global Marketing Director, Mitch Faustino. Good morning, GMD Mitch.
Good morning, Sir Paul. Good morning, all distributors around the world, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Well, you look great, and thank you so much for being with us. You're our first guest for 2022, and we're super excited to have you with us this morning.
Wow, thank you so much for having the opportunity, a chance to inspire all the distributors around the world to share my story.
Well, I know you've been very inspiring to many, many people, but I want to start and go back all the way to the beginning when you were just a little girl. You were from a very poor family in Bicol, right? And
Yes.
I heard a story that one time your mother had asked you to cook some rice, and you looked in the bottom of the rice container, the rice dispenser, and all you saw was your own reflection. There was no rice even to be had in the house. What do you remember about those very early days growing up in Bicol?
Yes, I remember that event in my life when I was growing up in Bicol. Um, we are a very poor family, and our meal a day, we should have to look for a meal for a day. And one time my mother asked me to cook for lunch, and then I go to our um to our lagayan ng bigas, the one that we put the rice in, and that's a can of big biscuit, and I open it, and I saw nothing in there, nothing right, no rice at all, and I saw my reflection. Oh, my face is there. And because of that, I as a little girl, I used to help my parents look for food. And I went to my neighborhood and asked for some rice. I borrowed rice and I cooked for my siblings that day. So because my parents that time was out, they go into the fields, they plant rice. So I'm the one left at home.
Right.
So that's the experience that I can't forget.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Now I know your parents are obviously very important to you, and I understand now that you were able to buy them a house in Bicol, right? For them to live in from your Lifestyles business. How do you feel about that? You know, that you must be pretty proud about that fact.
Yes, Sir Paul. Actually, one of my greatest dream is really to give better life for my parents, and that's my great a great dream for them. And you know what, Sir Paul, I'm so thankful to God because life's just opportunity, this business, realized the dream for my parents. And you know, my parents so happy this December. My mother hugged me and thanking me because the house is almost finished. It's already
Wow.
finished already, and I'm so happy seeing them. Very
Yeah.
happy because that's also the motivation I had before when I started doing lifestyles
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
My God, I am teary-eyed with
Well,
happiness.
it's awesome. I mean, it's a great story to be able to do that to your parents, to give back to them. They worked very hard for you, for you to, even have a meal on the table when you were young, right? So it's a great feeling to be able to do that, I'm sure. Now, after that, when you started to get older, you wanted to embark on your career, right? So I know that you were going through college, and you were living as a housemaid in your aunt's house, right? And you became a public school teacher. We've got a great picture here of that. So I want you to take a look at this picture. Look at you. Here you are with the big circle. And so tell us a little bit about this. These young students here are your class. And what do you remember about your elementary, Raphael Palma Elementary School, right?
Yes. Um, that's my first school. I was employed in Rafael Palma. And when I started teaching, I had this hope in my heart that every dream in my heart will be fulfilled doing my career. But then, these children really, I love teaching children. But then, when I was teaching, I think I can't realize my dream. After 5 years of teaching, I said to myself, I think I can't realize my dream here because I was just receiving, I think, about $250 a month. So I think I cannot really realize my dream, and I keep selling on these children different kinds of sweets
Yes, yes.
just to have extra money for my living, no, to support my
Yeah, yeah.
needs. So I really enjoyed teaching, but then I said to myself, I'm looking really for things that can really help me um, have a better life, a better
Right,
earnings
right. Now,
that time.
I had heard that you were, it was hard to make enough money as a teacher. So, as you said, you were selling snacks and things to your students to try and make more money, right? Boy, you'd get fired in Canada if you ever did that. By the way, folks, you can't do that here. But, but that wasn't enough money. Like, you weren't able to make enough money to meet your needs. And my understanding was that you were having a hard time paying your rent in your house, and at one time the landlord, the owner, came in and he took your TV, your refrigerator, your electric fan. So is that, like, what happened? You didn't have enough to make ends meet, right?
Yes, I still remember that. My God. Actually, Sir Paul, I'm started doing life source business that time, and my rent was delayed for 3 months, and there the owner of the house, um, they went and asked me to pay for the rent. But then the time I really can't pay the rent. I'm just saying I will pay, but I don't have money this time. And then she went to the barangay, and
Hmm.
I don't know that she went to barangay. And then this barangay went to our house, and there they brought all the things inside our house. And that time my mother was there, and I was coming from the STP, and I see from afar, I think that's my ref. That's, I'm not sure. But I keep on going to my house. But then the other man came out, and the electric, oh, I think that's my electric fan.
Oh boy.
And the last one came out was our television set, our TV.
Oh boy. That's
And then I saw my, and there, Sir Paul, I saw my son.
oh,
He was crying. he was chasing the TV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there I came inside the house, and my mom told me, you have really to pay the your debt, and say something like that. Say I said to my mom, yes, I will pay my debt. And uh, I should look like I'm just okay to my mom. I didn't cry,
Yeah,
but upstairs I cry and hug my little
yeah.
boy. um, and I promised to myself that it will never happen to me again.
Right, right.
So the hardest part was my little boy crying because of the television.
Yes,
and
yeah. Yeah,
and
that would be traumatic. That would be traumatic.
but when I remembered, I cried and I laughed.
Yeah. Well, he took the refrigerator, took the fan, took the TV, but he didn't take your husband or he didn't take your kids. So that's one good thing, right? You still had your family, right? You still had your family. And
Yes.
I know that you were just getting started, sort of, and you were just married, around that time, right? So you had two young kids. So we have a picture here.
Yeah.
We have a picture here. Let's show. This was an old apartment or house that you were in. So there's your husband now, NMD Rafi, and your two kids, right? And so you're in this apartment, and I think around this time you sort of just met Angie, right? Your upline mentor, and you were just about to. When you started Lifestyles, anyway, you were pregnant. You were about to give birth, and you wanted to take some time away from teaching, but they wouldn't let you. They wanted you to take a whole year off, and I think that's when you decided, that's it. I'm going to quit being a school teacher, and I'm going to become Lifestyles distributor. But that was a risky thing to do, wasn't it? So you were giving up this income and a career to become a distributor. Tell us a little bit about that risk you took and how you felt about that.
Yes, actually, Sir Paul, I had a great fear of leaving my career, even though I had a very, very small income or paycheck. And I had a lot of debts. When my Angie saw me in 2005, I said to her, I want to join, but I don't have any money. If even you burn me, I don't have 20 pesos to shell out. So it really was a hard time for me to decide quitting my job. But then through her encouragement, and I see the potential of this business, and really looking for that. I have that feeling of I lost my passion in
Mm-hmm.
teaching these
Mm-hmm.
kids
Mm-hmm.
already, and I fell in love with lifestyles, something like that. And I but the fear was still there, because I had this mindset that if I don't have a job, no one will allow me to borrow money. So I'm afraid of that. But Mom Angie always telling me, Mitch, you're a business owner, you are a lifestylers, we will create money. She told me.
Yeah.
And then really I have to I thank God that I have this courage of deciding, because my principal told me that I don't have to I it's she didn't allow me to have the 2 month extension of my leave.
Mm.
So I filed for a 1 year leave. So I was so thankful because I can do the business. And then when the time came that I have to reinstate my teaching, I have this courage, because I attended all the trainings. Then I realized that really lifestyles will give me the best life that I can give to my family. And that time I made the right choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to choose lifestyles for my parents and for my
Yeah.
family.
Well,
So there I
well,
decided to do
you
lifestyle.
did, and you used the word courage twice there, and it's a great word to use because a lot of people are afraid to make a change in their life. Let's say You know, they're concerned about what they might be giving up, and they're not thinking about what they might gain, right? So you had the courage to make this change. And my understanding, in the early days when you first started, you would put on your lifestyle shirt and you would knock on doors, and you would say that you're doing a survey and selling products, and
Yeah.
people
Yes.
would invite you in their house, and then you would do startup training, right? And that's how you build your lifestyles business. So, but that must have been a hard thing to do, right? So tell us a little bit about how you got started, and did you ever feel like quitting when you first started?
Yes, thank you for that question, Sir Paul. I think every distributor experienced this fear, especially when they have security in their job. Like me, I was a public school teacher and security was there. But as I learned in the training, the most unsecured zone is employment.
Yes.
So, but then still, I have this fear of quitting my job, because when I quit my job, no one will allow me to borrow money.
Yes.
That's the security in there.
Yes.
But I am thankfully, because of encouragement of my mentors and also the trainings that I attended, it really gave me the courage and the clear picture of the future that I can have doing this business. And starting the business isn't easy for me, because that's true. I went house to house then. I wear my Lifestyles t-shirt and the ID of Lifestyles, and I ask each house, "Do you know Lifestyles?" If they say no, "Oh my God, you're the only one you don't know that I don't know our company."
Right.
And they will start asking me, "What's that?" So I said, "I will just leave you this invitation, and go to this place, and you will know our company, what's all about our company." So I had this every day when I was starting, and it wasn't easy. And I went through alleys, the small
Yeah,
streets
yeah.
in
Yeah, yeah.
Mandaluyong, and they're all squatters area. and and really, I just have that determination that I can really do this. I can really build this business. But then also, Sir Paul, time came into my life that I wanna quit, because my friends, my relatives, they don't believe me. I'm out of um I don't have
Mm.
friends. When I say hi, they log out. When they see me, they went away, something like that. And that was so frustrating. And you may really ask to yourself, am I in the right business? Why I'm here? I don't have friends anymore. But then my upline, Ma'am Angie, telling me, "That's all right." Ma'am Peng is also encouraging me. "That's all right. It's part of this business, and just keep going on. Just don't give up. They don't understand this business, and you are the one who's attending the trainings, and you understand this. So they are dream stealers.
Mm.
Don't they just told me that don't just mind them." So they really give me the right
Yeah.
mindset. So
Yeah.
I'm thankful for
Yeah,
that.
you've got great mentors. You have a great upline, and slowly, of course, you started to get some success, right, with your business, because you didn't quit, you kept working, and then
Yes.
you were able to buy a brand new Toyota Innova, and this is in 2010. You weren't even a GMD yet, but you bought a new car, right, new truck.
Yes.
And there was no garage in the house. So we have a picture of this. We're going to show you a picture. Here's your first car. Now this looks beautiful, right? Except the only problem with this story is that you didn't have a garage to put the car in. And after about a year, or 6 months, the car was stolen, right? So you didn't have the car anymore. And is that what happened, right?
Yes. I remember that I was a national marketing director that time, and in our house then there was no garage, so we park our uh, car along the road. So it was late at night that we arrive at home. So we park our car, and then we just don't um, get out the products are there, the all the are the materials that we are using in doing the business are my microphone, my coat, the business tools was there. And during early in the morning we have to go out or for STP, and where's our car? So and then
Oh boy.
we thought it was just impound because of illegal
Yeah, yeah.
parking, but then it was carnap. It was an 11-year-old
Right.
car, and I was so um you know my feeling was so I was so frustrated, I was so sad about
Yeah.
that. But I called my upline, Ma'am Angie and Ma'am Peng. I said our car was stolen, and our products was there, we have nothing left products, um and we started a borrowed one case of Intra that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so hard for me also, Sir Paul, because I'm paying the car, but I am going back to commuting,
Yes.
something. And thankfully, my my mentor told me, you can still buy a car.
Right.
She said, you can still buy a car. That's okay. You should be thankful that your downline's still there. We can still buy a car, and I'm thankful for the concern of my uplines.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Hey, a car is just a thing, right? You still have yourself, you still have
yes,
your business, but and it
yes,
didn't discourage you because look at this picture. You bought a new car, right? This you bought. So so this one you bought. Now my understanding with this one is you bought this and you moved out into a new condo at the same time as you bought this really nice new car, right? So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Right?
yes,
And that's a good.
yes.
That's good. So,
Yes, Sir Paul. And that car, that's our second car from
right.
Lifestyles. So after 6 months, we bought
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, that's right.
Yes,
So you're really, you're on your way at this point in time in your business. You've moved from your, the little house you were in with young kids, and you bought a few cars. Your business is starting to grow, and a lot of things have happened, right? And you become this great success, and you've also bought this vacation property, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things you've been able to do. But look at this picture here. Oh, here's your new house, right? So
yes.
this right now is, if you compare this to where you were before, what goes through your mind?
Yes. Really, I'm thankful because of Lifestyles business. From the condominium unit that I bought when I was an NMD, we moved to this townhouse here in Quezon City. There's a 3-bedroom townhouse, and along with that, we also bought our Fortuner on that time that we bought that
Mm-hmm,
house.
mm-hmm. So what do you
Yes.
think about when you look at it and you know the type of house you're living in now, and because of the lifestyles business, and look at this. I mean, this picture, this next one is fabulous. You've got a vacation property you bought with your lifestyles business. Now I know you're going to build a house on this new property, right? So tell us a little bit about how you feel about your success and what lifestyles has been able to give you and your family.
Actually, I am so grateful, and my heart is so full with Lifestyles opportunity, because this pandemic time, Sir Paul, we just bought this property, this prime property in Santa Rosa, and because of our lifestyles business, um, the pandemic time was a blessing in disguise to us because we thought that pandemic time will slow down our business. But then during the pandemic, just after a year of pandemic, we bought that property, and it is all from lifestyles business. And I'm so thankful that even I had this time, I came to a point na I quit. I want to quit lifestyles business, but really I thank God that I stayed. Uh, Even though there's a lot of challenges along the way, and these are the fruits of of our labor doing lifestyles business. And also I'm thankful for my mentors that really encouraging me in this business and teaching me in this
Yeah,
business.
yeah. Well,
Yes.
you've certainly proven to be teachable, which is a great trait to have, right? And I also know you love to travel, and you've traveled all around, of course, through the Philippines and through many other countries in
Yes.
Asia, and you've also traveled to Europe. And there's a funny story about one of your travels. You're traveling to some foreign country, and you are at the immigration, and you present your passport to the immigration officer, right? And we have a picture here of your passport picture. So there you are. There's your passport. There's your passport picture, right? Now these are never good pictures, people.
Yes.
By the way, your passport's never a good picture. But this is your passport picture. So this guy looks at you, right? He looks at the passport, and then he takes a look at you, and here's what he's looking at, right? So look at the next picture. This is now what he's looking at. This is you. Whoa, look at this. Glamorous, beautiful, right? And he doesn't think it's the same person, right? So tell us a little bit about your transformation as a person. When you look at this person here and you compare that to, what you used to be and how you felt about yourself, what do you think when you look at this person?
Oh, me too. I am also um happy for that transformation. It was a funny story when when we went to travel. I think it was at if I'm not mistaken, it was a travel of lifestyles um, out of the country. And then we came to the immigration and asked for my passport. And then the immigration officer looking at my passport and then look at me and then look at my passport again and look at me and then ask me, "Is this you?" Sabi ko, "Yes, yes, I am in that picture." He told me, "It's not you." And he asked me another ID. So bring out the other ID that looks like that that
Yeah.
face.
The model picture, right? The model.
So yeah, and that's just funny. And I told myself, wow, I'm now beautiful.
Yes, you are.
So really, like, I really think lifestyles changed me a lot,
Yes.
in my physical appearance, in my mindset, in my heart. Lifestyles trainings, lifestyles opportunity brings out the best in me. So I really thank you, lifestyles, for changing my life
Yeah.
really for the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. Now, the most important thing, it's great that you have this physical transformation, but what's more important is what's happening inside you and your heart. And when you talk about your mindset, tell us a little bit about how your mindset has changed and how you view success and how you view people's potential, right? Now, when you're with lifestyles versus, let's say, when you were a school teacher. How's your mindset changed?
It was a really big difference when I was teaching. I had this old mindset of me being negative, being always complaining.
Mm.
But these things I didn't know that it is a negative attitude,
Yes.
and I always make make chismis. so so when I was teaching, I just have this um in my environment has no growth. We just talk about just things like what's on TV, we're going to borrow money. We talk like these things.
Hmm.
But when I in lifestyles, the first time I attended the training, I was so inspired. People are talking about their dreams, they are so positive, and I was so inspired by that. And really, and through attending the trainings that time, um, I saw myself to be with these people of positive attitude. So it was not overnight
Hmm. Yeah.
changing
Yeah.
myself, but then through the trainings, because I'm with the positive people, with the dreamers, I um, I immerse myself with this environment, and slowly I changed my mindset from from poor mindset to abundant mindset, from negative person to positive person, and to a better person that I am now. So all these things I really credit to lifestyles opportunity, the lifestyles trainings, to my mentors, and really I'm in love with myself today
Yeah.
than I was in a public school teacher.
Yeah.
So many people told me, "Oh, you changed a lot." Yes, because I changed my pocket. No, I changed my mindset, my heart, and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's it's an amazing transformation, and you can have all of the material things you want in the world, big houses and fancy cars. But I think the most important thing is how you feel about yourself, and this new mindset that you have, because that reflects on your family, right? So we've got a great picture here of you and your kids. This is kind of a little bit of an older picture, but it's kind of a nice picture. And you've got of course your husband who's an NMD Rafi, and your two kids. And when you think about your kids in particular, and you want to give them a better life, everybody wants to give their kids a better life than they had, right? But if you think about looking in that empty rice bowl when you were a kid in Cole, right? How does it make you feel to know that the future you're giving these two young guys here is going to be so completely different than what you had, right? And how does that make you feel to be able to give them that great future?
I feel so happy right now because I don't want to experience the childhood that I have with these kids. So really I really want to give the best for my kids. So this my family, my kids is my greatest motivation in doing lifestyles business amidst of challenges of prospect doesn't want to join, and a lot of challenges also doing the our life my lifestyles business. Every time I saw this picture, I saw my kids, it gave me the strength and the courage to go on. And my parents are really the greatest motivation I have. So all challenges are just okay. I can just overcome this, and I learn from this. And as I hear from our trainings, that challenges are just part of it, and um, just want to give the best for my kids and for my family.
Right, right. Well, that's certainly the most important thing. There's no doubt about that. And and you're doing it, you're living that philosophy every day, you're working hard, you're continuing to grow your business. But what would you say to somebody out there who's watching today, who is sitting on the fence, right? They're not sure if they want to join Lifestyles. They know they want a better life, but they're not sure how to start. What would you say, and what advice would you give a new person who's considering the Lifestyles business? What would you say to that person?
For me, I would say that you have to really know what you really want in life. Because if you know what's your dreams and what kind of life you want in the future, it will give you enough courage to start the business. Like any other person, they have some doubts and fear in starting this business. But then I could say that if you believe yourself, the dreams in your heart, that you really love your family. I think the greatest um, motivation I have is the love for my family. That really I started this business. Everyone out there that want to start this business, just have faith in God, in your dreams, in yourself. Just be teachable, just attend the trainings, and we have the perfect system and the perfect company. We have a great products. Really, I'll tell you, especially now, this is very much easy to do the business in Lifestyles. So if I were you, do not be afraid. Just know what you want. Go for it. Don't let your fear interfere your dreams. And one day, all of the dreams that you want in life will be yours. So just have that big faith in your heart, and that's what I have before when I was starting the
Wow.
business.
Yeah.
So yun.
well, well, that is awesome. That is great advice. And GMD Mitch, great to have you. Great to hear your story. Thank you so much for coming on the Leader Chat Room. And it really is inspiring. I know that a lot of people are going to look at you, and it's going to be an extremely inspiring and motivational message for them. So thank you so much for being with us, and I really appreciate all that you've been able to do with Lifestyles.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Paul, for having me here. Thank you so much for the
Good
trust.
luck in 2022, and I hope to see you in the Philippines soon. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. There you go, folks. There you have it. GMD Mitch Faustino from Metro Manila. Great advice for everybody out there. She used the word courage, proper mindset. Believe in your dreams and have the courage to just go for it and give it a solid go. And with Lifestyles, we're here for you. As Mitch said, we've got great products. We've got a great training program, great compensation program. So if you're sitting on the fence, not sure what to do in this new year, well, we're here, and we're here to support you. So take the leap and join us. And everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to GMD, Mitch, for joining us today. And our next guest on the Leader Chat Room, let me get this right, will be on Wednesday, January 26th. That'll be our next guest. It's a mystery guest, secret for now. In the meantime, folks, thank you so much for joining me in the Leader Chat Room today. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you very much, and good morning to all of you.